private reading, so it may resonate, may not resonate. Please be aware of that. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating. It is greatly appreciated. All right, Cancer. Ten of Cups. And you have the Five of Pentacles as the overall energy. So the Ten of Cups just flipping out, this could have to do with maybe a happily ever after that you're waiting for, or just happiness with other people. Five of Pentacles as the overall energy can signify that there might be some sort of financial struggle, feeling left out in the cold. It is a sense of lack. Two of Pentacles is your current energy. So maybe you have a lot going on, juggling a lot, things balanced. You have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, lots of Pentacles showing up right now as the challenge. So something isn't working out. So whether this is something to do with finances or working together with another person or working on something that involves someone else, that's the challenge. Now, for some, if this is about a third-party situation, it could be that. Eight of Pentacles. This could have to do with your stability, security, or finances. Maybe for some of you, you have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or wherever else. But this is quite interesting that all the cards are Pentacles right now. In the past, Seven of Cups. I feel like you're focused on something here, and you're focused on bringing back that balance. In the past with the Seven of Cups, this can be feeling emotionally overwhelmed or having a lot of choices. You have the Nine of Cups on your mind. Something that you really want. Something that makes you feel happy. Your outcome is the Tower. This could be just something happens out of the blue. A shocker type of thing. Let's take out the Love Oracle deck and see what that says. All right, Cancer. Wedding rings, union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And then Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. Is this an ending of something? Some sort of union? Or is it that something is changing here which leads to this partnership, this union? Let's see what this Five of Pentacles is for you. Queen of Wands, Aries, Sag, Leo energy. Ten of Swords. King of Pentacles. Strength, Leo. I can't even fix this right. I don't like the angle of it. There's clearly some sort of ending or suffering, betrayal with this Ten of Swords here. For some of you, you feel like somebody isn't giving enough. I don't even feel like you're both on the same frequency type of thing. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Cancer? Oh, Hierophant. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Have it in your chart. This could be about a marriage. Look at my hair, bro. The Five of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. For some of you, this is about a family situation, a home environment, something that is maybe a long-term commitment. Like I said, a marriage. You have High Pentacles here. For some of you, if this is just for you, and this is not involving another person specifically, this could have to do with you are possibly focused on realigning yourself with something that what I mean by that is maybe your beliefs about something or your mindset about something, such as the things that, I don't know, your belief system, um, how you view a connection, for example. Because to me, there seems to be some sort of quarrel or misalignment, perhaps arguments, whatever. You might be dealing, so if this is a work situation, something shaky. I don't even know if it's shaky, but something like financially trying to figure out how to get this financial comfortability. Let's see what the Three of Pentacles is. Magician, Page of Wands, Eight of Swords. So something isn't really working out. You might feel like it's difficult to talk to someone. You can't budge through. For some of you, you're trying to, you know, lead in the direction that you want to go in for yourself, but something leaves you feeling stuck. For some of you, it's a partnership. It's how both of you are working together. I also feel like that saying, what is it? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians, or something like that. Oh my God. Is that racist? Bro, I don't even know. Everybody's so sensitive to everything nowadays. I'm just trying to say a quote that can express what it is that I'm trying to say. All right. For the Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, the Six of Cups. So something is made clear here for you with the Ace of Swords. This is like knowing the truth. This is speaking the truth, gaining clarity. And then High Priestess is a card of intuition. It is also a card of knowing something and keeping it to yourself. And then the Six of Cups, the past, soulmate connection, children. What else is the Six of Cups? Nostalgia. I also like to think of it as authenticity, innocence. For some of you, it's rewiring certain childhood traumas. Again, if this is a you versus you type of thing, I feel like with this clarification here in the foundation, you're focused. I feel like you're so focused on what it is that you want. And in the present moment, it almost seems like you're just getting hit with some sort of struggle or not seeing eye to eye with someone. Why is the Seven of Cups in the past? Let me know if this makes sense, Cancer. Devil, Capricorn. Nine of Swords and the Judgment. Cancer, in the past, you've dealt with a situation that left you feeling mentally paralyzed, either constantly feeling anxious, worried, overthinking. For some of you, this is like remembering things of the past and that kind of like circling in your mind. For some of you, maybe it's obsessive thoughts. With this Judgment, it could be whether or not you're going to get some sort of opportunity or get a reconciliation, but emotionally, feeling overwhelmed with these thoughts. For some of you, it's about whether or not a connection was going to work, or if you're going to get out of something toxic. For some, it's just your own fears. Why is the Nine of Cups on your mind? Two of Wands, Justice, Libra, Ace of Wands. I feel like this is seeing the overall picture, knowing how to make something balanced or how to make something right. And this brings a sense of excitement. I don't know what this Nine of Cups is specifically for you, but it is something that does fulfill you. Very possible that your intuition, right? It's not like screaming like you have to do this. After all of that overthinking and anxiety and whatever else settles down, there's almost like this clear thought that you have. Why is the Tower here? King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the Death card. Okay, well, that kind of clarifies this Coffin card. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? Empress. Page of Pentacles. There's the Ten of Cups. And how about this Three of Swords? You might be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. They might be feeling hurt, or they hurt you. There's just something here about you that, oh, if that's the case, they're still holding on to you. There is a sense of self-worth that's growing. There's almost like, that's okay. I can make things happen. I can, you know, I don't need anybody to give me what it is that I am searching for. However, if they want to give it to me, it's a great addition, but it's not something that I need. And maybe that was the information that you needed to take out of whatever this suffering was. Because think about it like this. When we're dealing with a situation and it's kind of like a repetitive cycle and we don't know how to get out of it. Bro, sometimes I say advice and it just comes out and I'm like, you know what, that's really good advice for me too, you know, because I'm not holier than thou. Just because I read tarot cards, just because I get intuitive nudges, doesn't mean that I know any better, or that I'm, you know, better than anyone who's watching or anyone else who reads tarot, or anyone who's against it. I'm not better than anybody else, trust me. So as I read for you, I also pick up information as well for myself. So, moving on. There might be a little bit of a holding back coming from whoever you're dealing with. Because I feel like something is very clear to you on what hurt you and kind of like how to patch yourself up to move forward. As opposed to, hey, I have a cut here, or I have this wound here. Can you help me patch it up? There's almost this realization that you can rely on yourself. And sometimes when we could think, oh yeah, of course I rely on myself. You know, I accomplish this, or I live on my own and I'm responsible for my things. But deep down inside, there's always this human desire to, you know, to feel like you're, I don't know if the word is wanted, or maybe belong, or feel like you matter. Kind of like the soul is I don't even know if it's the soul, but there is kind of like this deep feeling of, does my existence matter? And you could be like, oh, no, I don't think like that. Like that sounds like thoughts of somebody who is depressed or whatever. No, not necessarily, because sometimes it shows up that way. Oh, no, it's going away. But you're welcome. I feel like if you are dealing with another person, especially if you're dealing with an air sign, it doesn't have to be an air sign. They could just have air sign qualities. Maybe the individual is, more of the type of person of like, oh, I like to be logical and not really in my heart space, or somebody who is, who's like aloof and maybe a little on the harsher side. If a connection has ended, they may still be shocked, and maybe even shocked in seeing how you're doing. Because there is this glowing essence, let's say, of self-worth. You may not see it, but it's being seen by others. I also feel like there is this 10 of Cups as your outcome. And I don't know if it's from this person, because there looks like to be somebody is holding back, not really saying much, or not saying what they truly want to say. But then 6 of Pentacles, that's about giving. 6 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, and the Star card. Somebody is feeling like this was a missed opportunity. Like wanting to leave the past in the past and wanting to invest in this healing. And for some of you, this is just you. For some of you, you're investing on what you want, whatever it is, this 9 of Cups on your mind, because then you have the Star card, which is about, wishes, what you want. It's also about healing. Lovers, Queen of Swords, King of Cups. I'm telling you, the love is still there. Why is the Hermit, 7 of Swords here? Because that to me just looks like pure avoidance. Yeah. Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups, and then 4 of Swords. This is like, oh, here I come with the cup. Here's some love. Here is the love. And then 4 of Swords. Not doing anything. Now, it could be that somebody is thinking about giving some sort of peace offering type of thing. Forgiving. 7 of Swords. You have the Death card, Scorpio energy, the Hanged Man, and the 8 of Wands. You know how sometimes adults can act like children, where they get mad at a situation and then they're like, I don't want to talk to you. You're not my friend anymore. This is the vibe that I'm getting with this 7 of Swords. But deep down, it's like, yeah, you know what? But I do want to talk about it. I do want to reconcile. I do want to get into a better place, regardless of what that better place is. Whether it's communication about, let's forgive and let go. But of course, with accountability, like, okay, I recognize that this was a pattern that hurt you, or this was something that I did that hurt you. Let me avoid doing that again. Or if I am doing that, please bring it to my attention. That's maturity. It's not like, oh, you know what? You're not listening to my perspective, and my perspective is the only thing that matters. Because we don't have to agree with another person's perspective, but at least talking about it and having space to talk about it shows a sense of care. The care is not, oh, Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's not where we feel care. Care is when we feel like we have space to express how we're feeling. And where we are expressing, it's landing. It's not something that's creating a catastrophe. But unfortunately, we live in a world where people don't grow up sometimes. And the thing is, I mean, we do it too, but the point is not whether or not we acted like a child. The point is it corrected? Do we learn? Is there growth? Is there change? For some of you, this person is going to come out of the woodworks and they're going to want to communicate. They're going to want to say something. Let's see the Hidden Truth Oracle. Finding out the truth crushed me, just flew out. I don't know what the truth is. Maybe truth about oneself. I hid who I really am from you. Maybe, see, there you go. Maybe the truth of someone, themselves. And I wish I could take back my words. I want to feel that way again. I will wait for a sign from you. Cancer, this is up to you, I feel like. But in regards to your outcome, I feel like somebody is shocked. You might even be shocked with yourself. Like, I didn't think I was going to approach this situation that way. Because what I was saying about the repeating cycles, when we're repeating a cycle, right? We're seeing the patterns. We're like, man, why do I keep getting stuck in this? The point is, okay, after some time of constantly dealing with the same thing and looking at the situation, with that information, if you are outside of yourself, let's say you were watching yourself or you were a different person and you're watching that, based on the information that you have now, if you are repeating the same cycle, how would you do it differently? Let's say your situation is, I'm going to give a general and a very easy example for me to give. Cancer, let's say you deeply care about someone and you're constantly seeing that person fail. But you see that they're a good person and that they want to do better for themselves. Or maybe there's been glimpse of, yeah, you know what, I'm going to do better. And you're like, you know what, I believe in you. And I'm going to show you love, right? Being the very nurturing, caring, mother-like energy. I got a phone call. I'm going to show you love and hopefully with that nurturing, that safe space that I'm providing for you, you feel comfortable enough to correct your mistakes, to grow into your potential, to be the person you say you want to be, blah, blah, blah. Is this still going? Is this going? Oh, okay, there, it's going now. So you say, so you're offering this safe space. But the thing is, there's a lot of people that are not at the same level as you are, and instead they take advantage of it. Or they need to do a lot more work, but you're not here to be their therapist. You're not here to replace mommy for them. You're not here to replace, I don't know, AAA meetings. But you're here to play a role. So if this is about a partnership, like a relationship, a romantic relationship, you're here as partner, not as partner, therapist, mom, dad, and whatever else. Oh, but I care. Great. And you know what? It's great if the other person is using that nurturing space that you're providing for them to actually grow. But if they're not, when is enough, Cancer? When do you say, you know what, from now on, I'm charging a copay? You know? Either way, I feel like your outcome is really screaming, I'm focused on myself. And not in that type of way of like how we hear nowadays, like, you gotta do you, you gotta focus on you, and whatever. People who need to focus on themselves are the people who are overgiving, not the people who are takers. Those people don't need to focus on what else they need. They need to focus on, well, what can I give? How can I be of service to someone? Because that's how we work as humans. This equal give and take. What can I give for you so that you can take for yourself? And vice versa. What can I give to you so you can take for yourself? The problem is that there are people who are like, hey, can you give to me, Cancer? And you're thinking you're filling up their cup, but they're thinking this is brunch with bottomless mimosas. And you keep filling and you're like, bro, what happened here? I don't have any more to give. Which I feel like that's the case here for you. Either there's a sudden realization of this, or you've already come to this realization, and another person is realizing that you are realizing your own worth, and that there's growth here with you. So, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. If you resonated with the reading, let me know down in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. I'm going to pull out oracle cards for advice and clarity. That will be in the short section. So if you can make the little bit of an effort to just click the short section and go there, that would be great. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.